See my new shirt? This is from the Women's Shelter Thrift Store. It's awesome. All the symbols of Canada on it. I want to explain to you today a little bit about my process. Sometimes I will hear a topic. It just sort of drops down like I'm overhearing two people in another room talking, and I go, oh, that's an interesting topic. Today, it was mostly about a feeling that I've been having, I would say, most of the day. And the phrase that came to mind is, I've become a demanding lover. Let me explain that. Usually, I'm in a place where I'm really prepared to love myself, whether I performed or didn't. I ask myself a few questions and I am more easily satisfied. But today, for some reason, I have just been feeling so stuck. It's like you can't think well about yourself unless you have done these things. And I think part of it was I started out the day with the intention of, filing for a short-term rental on a website that didn't work. It took me 2 days to get actually on the website. And then I kept trying to fill the form, and it was not taking the information I was giving it. I saved, I went back, and I could just feel myself right on the edge. Like, I could so easily at this moment make up a victim story. The BC government got together in a hidden cave under the Parliament buildings in Victoria and decided to confuse me on purpose. It was there. It was just tempting me. And then I always get the angel side, my feminine side, right? This is good for you. You have trouble and frustration with technology. So just persist. You'll get it. I did get a little further than I did yesterday or the day before. Yay. I did figure some things out. Yay. I did find some numbers that they wanted. Yay. But this lingering desire for perfection before I'm a good lover to myself. You have to do this right. And this is such leftover conditioning. It's such leftover conditioning. Most of that comes from the fact that there was physical punishment in my household if I couldn't do something well. But there's not somebody that is 4 or 5 feet taller than I am living in my house who's going to come and swack me on the face if I can't do something. No, that's inside of me. That monster is inside of me. And so I decided that the best thing I could do would be to lay down on the bed in the sunshine and word process some of my poems I put in my notebook with the idea of just do it. Don't try to be perfect. Don't try to achieve some kind of sash that you can wear when you go out. I edited. Look at me. So I think a lot of it is the energy we're in right now. What I'm hearing in terms of the astrology is the urge to go forward, and you go forward and then you fall back. It's like No. Snakes and ladders, baby. Snakes and ladders. So when I get to this place where I'm dealing with frustration or things are coming up, what I usually do is I usually feed myself better. I made myself a quiche, so that was good. Good coffee. Sat outside in the sun for a while. This is the frustration which needs kindness, not anger, not discipline, not pushing, nothing like that. And the thing that I said to myself that just makes things so much better is I give myself time now. That's something I never used to give myself. I had certain things that needed to be done at certain times, and if I didn't achieve, I remember you weren't there, but there was a show called Beat the Clock back in the antediluvian age that I lived in. The moss was amazing back there. You'll have to take my word for it. So tick, 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 tick. Time. And that is the thing that I have been looking at and working with so much lately. It is my Achilles heel. I have managed to come to a place where I trust the universe in terms of prosperity, in terms of kindness, in terms of help showing up, in terms of friendships. But I still have this splinter in my foot of time. Now, if you look at it rationally, does the solving of a problem in the shortest amount of time mean that you're a superior human being? Hey, that's the paradigm that I was, molded to believe, imprinted. But the truth of the matter is that when we take our time and when we're trying something new, we're more likely to learn from it. We're more likely to step back and observe ourselves and go, oh, this is something I need to work on. This is something I am weak at doing for a number of reasons, and it doesn't matter why. So then the mind goes to persistence. If I persist, will I get my registration through to the BC government for short-term rental? You bet your buttons I will, because I have done things like this 1,000 times in my life. Don't know how to do it. Can't figure it out. And yet, somehow, it is inelegant. It's not a Chinese acrobat performance. It may look more like Shrek. Cover your eyes. But what is happening in the world right now, I have to look at and say, it's distressing. The background stress that we have in the world right now is horrendous. Is war going to break out? Are the madmen that are occupying the office of power, are they going to just set the whole place on fire? And these questions are something that I have come to see as handicaps. As my mother used to say, Don't worry about it. You don't need to worry about it. If it's bad, it's going to come to your door and knock on it. Bad news always arrives. You can count on it. And so one of the things that I use and have developed to use is, what if I reschedule that anxiety? I was having anxiety today, March 2nd, worried about the world, worried about my competence in the world, concerned that I feel so tired. Why am I so tired? Why am I letting it get to me? And what I do, which works for me, is I put it off. I go, you know what? I don't think I'm going to have that going on today. I think I'll put it, let me see, maybe next Friday. Maybe next Friday I can be neurotic and demanding and a terrible lover of myself. I'll put that on my calendar and reschedule it. So the whole issue of how we get rid of anxiety and weight and fear and worry, it's individual. You have to find your own method of dealing with it, your own method that works. The thing that I try to do is I try to reassure myself that I'm going to take care of myself. I'm not going to be doing stupid when I'm feeling, kind of jagged or concerned or feeling, the anxiety in the world. Because hurting myself, sabotaging myself, not taking care of myself is not going to help anything. So I take solace in the fact that I am sleeping 8 to 9 hours a night. Yes, my body is saying, put me to sleep. Where's the anesthetic? Can I just go away somewhere? Yes, I say to my body, yes. We'll just lay down and go to sleep till morning, and then it'll, be another day. Who knows? Who knows? You're the only one that knows. You're creating your story. You're creating your play. You're creating your choose your own adventure. You're creating how you show love to yourself. And this is where mindfulness comes in. We need to step back and look at what we're doing. The only times in my life when I got into really bad trouble, and I mean close to death, was when I was not observing my behavior. If I could step back far enough, I can see, oh, cripes, she's really out of control. Look at her, what the hell is she doing? And that's a great voice to have. Observe yourself and decide to be wise. Being a demanding lover does not help you thrive. Decide to be wise. Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate the views I'm getting. Do subscribe. Subscribe to my channel. Share the information. We're really going into it right now. I mean, we're really going into it. The astrology is the same as it was in 1945. Betrayal, battles, war, dissembling. It's just, but in a way, it makes me feel better. It takes away the guilt. Why is the world like that? It's not my fault. Because if you're codependent, you know what that feels like. I did something wrong. I made the world all terrible. So just take care of your body. Make sure that you feel at ease with yourself. Take care of your people, your plants, and your pets, and let the rest of it just go to hell if it wants to. And it's going to be a big handbasket. It's going to be a really big handbasket. So I want to say to you, if you want a psychic reading, if you want to get together and draw up a contract for how you navigate the next very challenging 2 years so that you can become the glorious, shining, loving person that you're meant to be on the earth, get a hold of me. We can set up a reading. I've been able to help a lot of people in the last few years. And I want to thank you so much. I appreciate you.